Hello everyone, and welcome back to Psychology Eats. So what's eating you? Hello everybody, thank you for clicking on this video, watching the video. Please watch all the ads so that one day I'll get another YouTube check. Yay! Anyway, you read the title, you saw the thumbnail, which I haven't even done yet, but I think in my head I know what I'm going to do. But this video is, let's talk about Killa. Now, the sector is divided. Some people's like, well, he had the right to tell his story. Some people are like, he's an idiot, he's scorned, he's mad. So the backstory is this. We all know, if you click, you know BLOVESLIFE, you know her story on YouTube, you know that she preaches Christianity, and, you know, she loves her husband, and they have this wonderful relationship. Not perfect, but, you know, pretty good. They making money together. They raised 2 children together, and they hooked up pretty young for Nate. Nate was only 19 years old when he met BLOVE, according to them. And I don't think Nate comes from the same background as BLOVE, as far as BLOVE, you know, being raised by a single mother in the hood. Her daddy was a Rolling Stone. Wherever he laid his dick was his home. And Nate, I believe, came from a 2-parent family. And so and I don't think he grew up in the hood. So he don't have a lot of hood ways. And BLOVE, I think, learned some things from Nate. She presented herself to us, you know, on the YouTube as this devoted Christian wife. And we all said, all right, girl. But I knew something was, the way she used to be slurping on that seafood, sometimes if you just listen to the noise of her slurping, you think you looking at something else. Anyway, I'm a BLOVE fan. I'm a BLOVELY all day, every day. So I ain't no Killa B. This man, Killa, calls his people Killa Bees. I ain't no Killa B, okay? Period. But and however, I'm going to answer the question for y'all in a second. Do I believe Killa? Do I believe him? Hold on, y'all. Y'all got to wait because I'm doing some banking. Hold on. Oh, my goodness. Okay, so I'm back. Is Killa telling the truth? Is Killa telling the truth about BLOVE? So what he said was that basically he has exposed a sex video, girl, the video's on VHS. Anyway, on a camcorder. So it's dated. It's definitely dated. That encounter is dated. But according to him, their last sexual encounter was in 2017, right before the pandemic. And according to Killa, that him and BLOVE have been in a relationship since they were for over 30 years. And that there were time periods where they weren't in a sexual relationship because he was in prison, or, you know, it just went cold for a minute and then they started back up. But according to him, he has been in a sexual relationship with her for many years, and absolutely during his marriage and during her marriage to Nate. And according to Killa, Nate knows about him, and Nate was aware of him and their relationship. Now, Killa has been on a slow sector world tour. He's been on several platforms, and he tells the same story no matter what platform he is on. You can't trip him up. People have asked him the same question in many different ways. He has given the same response. His timeline is, you know, it's valid, allegedly. And so he is not wavering from what he says. and he has dropped the receipt. Now, I know those of you who are as nosy as I am listened through the 90s music as he played the audio for us on his channel. He played the audio. And because of my ears, child, I'm in my 50s, girl, I could barely hear it. So I had the phone damn near inside of my eardrum trying to hear what is being described as moans and groans. Child. So we could hear all that. But I just like to say, people who are saying that it's fake and it's not her, I know from a very good source who saw the video. He saw and heard the video in real life. It's not fake. Have I seen it? No. Do I want to see it? Absolutely not. I don't want to see it. I damn near didn't want to hear it, but I just wanted to see if he was lying or not. Is this funny? Is this extortion? Is this low down? Is it, ridiculous? Is it horrible? 100% yes. Killa is dead wrong. Somebody trusted you, and because you're mad, let's get to why Killa's mad. He said this consistently, why he is mad and exposing BLOVE. Killa has in my opinion, he's one of those dudes that you're in a relationship with, and the relationship can't end until he says it's ended. If he don't say it's ended, it's not ended. Okay? So he's not a physically abusive guy. He didn't put his hands on her, but he's abusing her now with this tape and with this information. And he clearly said that the reason why he's doing it is because she thought she was going to end this with me, use me for 30 years for my dang lang, and now she thinks she's going to go off and live this fabulous life and leave me in the dust. No, you not, batch. I'm going to ruin you because you left the relationship and I didn't tell you you could leave. Women who are caught up in these abusive, unhealthy relationships, and we always wonder, why do you go back? Why do you go back? Why do you go back? She went back time and time again, and I'm sure Killa talked that shit to her multiple times. You not leaving until I tell you to leave. You mine. This my P-U-S-S-Y. Da-da-da-da-da. And yet she would go back, and she would call and check on him and say, Girl. So in conclusion, do I believe Killa? 100% yes, I do. I believe the timeline. I believe his story. I believe it all happened. I believe Nate is aware that they've had an affair. I believe that she has asked Nate and prayed for his forgiveness. I believe that if Killa wasn't getting verbally demanding of her, and she could see where it was going with him, that maybe they would still be in some sort of contact with each other. I believe that. I don't believe she'll ever, I don't know. If this grows legs and gets a little bigger and out of this sector, like a Tasha K or somebody like that picks up this story and runs with it, then she'll be forced to say something. But as long as it's in the slow sector and it's, a few of us talking about it, reaction channels, she has no reason to validate anything that this man has said. So I'm going to try to find audio of him, I could show you what he said or play it. I don't know. He been on a world tour. I don't know if I'm in the mood to go back and listen again and find it and probably not. Y'all gonna have to take my word for it. But overall, in conclusion, again, that's what it is. Yes, there was an affair, according to him, and yes, they was still screwing, allegedly, up until right before the pandemic. Right before the pandemic, child. Ugh. That's low down and dirty. Now, you know me, on the psychology end of things, I say it's very much genetics, because you know her daddy was a hoe, allegedly, with all them kids, baby mamas, and all that. And child, that gene don't spread through her and Adrian. Girl. Fathers, raise your daughters. Love on your daughters. Tell your daughters they beautiful. Tell your daughters that they worthy. Tell your daughters that they can be anything they want in this world. Tell your daughters that they deserve respect. Tell your daughters that they don't have to fall for the bullshit. Tell your daughters to love theyself. So that they ain't loving on a man that don't deserve they love and respect. This dude is hood, street, and all of the above. He don't care. He does not care about none of that. He sat and waited like an abuser does. Thank God he ain't the type that'll put a bullet in your head. He's an abuser. You know, but thank God he ain't that. But he definitely is putting some damage on her. Heart, mind, body, and soul. I guarantee y'all that the video, the full video, he's gonna drop it. And you're gonna be able to see her clearly in that video. Because he already talking about taking it to an expert to get the music taken off and brighten it up. So he already, and so once you do that, now you don't put the video in the hands of somebody else who, them dudes always keep their own copy. And so now they got a copy, and now I'm telling you that shit gonna hit the internet hard. It's coming. And then everybody is gonna be able to see ass in the airs. I got to go.